What up, my sexy sea urchins? It's Grant here. A little bit of a disclaimer. I am slightly tipsy. I went to a virtual reality theme park? I don't know what you call it really. It's called Sky City in Ikebukuro. It's just open with my mum and one of my best mates. So, yeah, that was exhausting. I strained my hardest in that virtual reality. And then we had some beer afterwards, and so I'm slightly tipsy as well. Yeah, so sorry if I'm all like baggy under the eyes and a bit like, but it's still going to be the quality content you will expect from this channel, so don't worry about it. I was going to watch this in the morning, but I thought, nah, I got to watch this now, despite the aforementioned issues, because this episode is an extended episode, and apparently shit goes down. So I want to see this. Yeah, let's do it. Whoop whoop -a-doo. Second disclaimer, I cannot find an HD version of the episode anywhere, so I'm watching an SD, so it's slightly blurry, so I might not clock all the makeup intricacies or like detailing on any of the dresses or anything this episode. It's a bit shit, because I always normally wait for the HD version, even if I have to wait for longer, but I cannot find an HD version anywhere online at the moment. So I'll rewatch it again probably before a review, but for now it's the SD version. I shouldn't really affect things, but you know, just a heads up. Right, I don't need to be sexist, but it's Kimchi's time of the month or something. She is dishing out the shade already this episode. It's been going for like a minute, and she's already shaded up about 2 or 3 times. Yeah, they're all saying like Derek should have been in bottom 2, they're all surprised based on a runway, but it's not based on a runway. It's based on a challenge primarily, I suppose, or at least half and half. And Derek did pretty good in challenge, not mind-blowingly amazingly, but I don't think he should have been in the bottom 2 last week. Okay, point 1. It's good that Bob told Derek to block out his brows. That's like direct advice. It's not vague advice. It's telling him exactly what he needs to do. Also, point B. It's good that Derek accepted that. He's like, yeah, I've got no excuse. If I don't block out my brows, I shouldn't be here. So yeah, all so far so good. Okay, they're still just undragging from the previous episode. But I get what people are saying already. This seems really shady, like shadier than normal. The tensions are high. I'm feeling tension from the screen in my direction. So yeah, let's see where this goes. I feel like no one's surprised at this point, but I've absolutely no idea who these guest judges are. I've heard their names, but I don't know who they are. Sorry, Naomi, the crown is so close you can taste it. You're licking up the crown? What's going on, girl? Okay, it's my weekly review as a dude. Like I said, it's an SD, so it's a little hard to see everything properly. But he's definitely getting wackier, I feel, as the season's progressing, apart from that one episode he calmed it down a bit. So again, I don't know if it's the crappy quality or if it's what he's wearing, but is that the shirt he's wearing? It looks more like a scarf to me. If it is a shirt, it's a bit of a bizarre shirt, potentially. Jacket's probably too jazzy for me. The hat, again, too jazzy. I'm going to have to give this a boot, I'm afraid. I'm not keen, to be honest. Okay, I feel like everyone knows this, but as I haven't actually commented on a season before, I'll say it now. It's obviously set up who gets what puppet. I mean, the order they go up and pick them is chosen, and someone's obviously hand them a puppet from the other side or whatever. So it's all staged, basically, you know, what puppets they get. So I wonder how they're going to do it this season, like who's getting who. We'll see. That's the point. Why did they give him the Bob puppet hair? Bob's never had hair. It's not a part of his look. It's strange. Okay, Bob's puppet didn't look too much like Kimchi, but his thing was relatively funny. It's pretty good. I had a bit wish he played the bottle of I spray from bottle over him. That's pretty good. So far, not too bitchy. Let's see who's next. Kimchi. Okay, Kimchi's was a little harsh on Chi Chi, but it was alright. Chi Chi took it in a stride. Wasn't overly bad. I think Derek's next, though. Oh, I've got to pause Derek's halfway through. That's really harsh. He just said the doll accidentally did the splits. He just said, I think that's the most talented thing I've seen you done all competition. I mean, I've talked about this before, but I don't think Derek gets the concept of shade too good. He takes it too far. Yeah, hopefully the rest of it doesn't get much worse than this. Okay, so the end was pretty cringy, but it wasn't too bad. But now Naomi's up, and she's going to comment on Derek, so let's see if she gets revenge. Okay, we didn't show much of Naomi's, but I felt like she was pretty harsh in return. They sort of she gave as good as she received, to be honest. I mean, it's harsh. She said, "Hi, I'm Derek Berry. I've got no drag. I think she said something like, I've got no drag aesthetic. I can't speak. No drag aesthetic of my own. I'm Britney Spears. I can't remember what she said. I've literally just watched it. I've already forgotten what she said, but it was something like that, and that's very harsh. Yeah, I can see it all kicking off after this challenge. Oh my god, Gigi knocks it out of the park again. She was surprisingly really good. I think she's my favourite one in the puppet contest. I thought she was really funny. Yeah, cool. Gigi deserved to win. Ooh, interesting challenge. Telling your life through 3 drag looks. I just said the first one, baby drag realness. Um, Rue's like says it was saying tongue in cheek. You know, from the time when you were 5, you slipped on your mother's heels, and Terry's nodding like dead serious, like, yeah, I remember that time. It was a big part of my life. Okay, so this challenge is going to require extreme creativity. Derek's fucked. Oh my god, what is Derek doing? Like I said, he does not get the line between shade and just being harsh and out of order. I don't know, if I was Naomi, I'd be pissed. Like, it takes a lot to anger me, but he just keeps pushing. And Amy took it on the chin. She's like, oh, I thought it was very clever what you did. Looks like I got tough skin. And Derek's like, it looks like you got tough skin. Jamie, stop pushing it further. I can't even. Whoo! Oh my god, what is wrong with Derek? Like, there have been bitchy drag queens in all the previous seasons, but oh my god, you just directly said Naomi's not smart. Being called not smart by Derek, like, ugh. Okay, it's good the other queen's trying to calm things down. I respect Bob, like, doing a dance through the awkwardness, trying to dance through the pain. It's working, I think. I think things have calmed down. Right, sorry, before I continue this episode, I think this would be a good chance for the queens to show Rue some of their personality. Because obviously we're seeing quite a lot of in the workroom, but Rue and the judges aren't seeing that on the stage. So I think Rue coming into workroom talking to them now about what they're planning to do should be a good insight for Rue, because obviously it's quite a personal challenge, and also, like I just said, on the runway as well, for the other judges to see aspects of their personality. So yeah, hopefully it should help. Okay, bit of shade for you here. But do you think the only reason Rue's doing this challenge is because he's got so many unsold copies of his book that he needs to get rid of? Okay, after Derek's spoken to Rue, I'm concerned that he's focusing too much on the eyebrows. I mean, I think that's an important part, but he also needs to change up the rest of his makeup as well. Hopefully he's grasped that. I was unsure whether this challenge was about their real mums or their drag mums. I guess based on Chi-Chi's it is their real mum. If it wasn't for Kim Chi, I'd say that Chi Chi had a chance to win this challenge. I mean, like she just said, she's worked with these sort of materials previously. I think she's very creative and also has the attitude to back it up. So I think she's going to be a real contender this episode. Hopefully she can put it all together. Oh god, Bob's mum looks terrible. She looked so good before, now she looks bad. Um, it's good seeing this side of Bob though. I mean, we haven't really seen him this vulnerable, to be honest. But yeah, it's a really sad situation. I never thought Kim Chi was overweight or anything, but she's looking super skinny in the workroom today. I don't know, hopefully she's alright. Oh, damn, this show is an emotional rollercoaster. I just started recording because I have something to say, and I'm not sure what I want to say exactly, but I mean, I've always liked Bob. I feel like I'm warming up to him even more. It's not just because of the vulnerability about his own mum. It's just amazing advice that he just said to the camera about Kim Chi. You know, he just said in theory he knows Kim Chi better than his own mum, and that's unfair on her. You know, you should give the people close to you the opportunity to get to know the real you. And that's 100% right. It's unfair on them if you don't, you know, give them that opportunity. That's sort of hit home a little bit. That's really good advice. I don't know. It's made me like Bob even more. Hopefully, if Bob doesn't say it directly to Kim Chi will watch this and, you know, listen to Bob's advice, and hopefully a lot of people listen to Bob's advice on this topic. I think it's incredibly smart. Oh, what is Kim Chi wearing in a dance rehearsal thing? I've Naomi on this one. I don't know who this person is, and you know, I don't know how I would act in this challenge either. If I'm honest, I just follow everyone else, see what they're all doing. You know what? I agree with Kim Chi, and it's strange to see Kim Chi being so sort of forthright of her opinion. But it does look like Bob's not really wearing much makeup. I've always thought that, so I know. Let's see if Bob picks up on it and ups his makeup game this challenge. Okay, so Naomi Smalls just said in the confessional interview campaign that, you know, I agree with what she's saying in principle. She's like, sure, you can do death drop, that's impressive, but if you look like a busted mess while you're doing it, it takes away from it. And sure, but they've just been talking about Bob, and obviously we're talking. She must have been asked that question in context to Bob. So is she saying that Bob's a busted mess? I mean, that's harsh. Like, Bob's makeup isn't that exciting, but it's not. I go with Bob. It's not bad. It's fine. Also, sorry, because I just paused this when Chi Chi just started speaking. She said something like, she just made a really funny comment. She's like, my name's, oh fuck, let me, okay, I don't think it's going to work with my accent, but Chi Chi said, my name's Bennett, I'm not in it, or not in it. I think that's a really funny way to start a sentence. I might just, it was not to work with my accent, damn it. If it did, I'd use it at the beginning of every conversation. Oh my god, what is Derek even saying? He says something like, oh, I don't even remember. He's just babbling at this point. He's got 0 points to make, but he's just going on and on. Give it a rest. Shut your mouth. Stop pushing everyone. We've got nothing to say back to it. I like that Kimchi broke up the awkwardness by just saying when's dinner. Okay, I respect that Naomi's the one extending the olive branch to Derek, despite Derek being the one who pushed everything yesterday. You know, that's the thing. That's the thing. I mean, Derek's the one who should be feeling bad. I mean, Naomi went a little further than maybe I would, but I think what she was saying was fair, whereas what Derek was saying was he was just doing it for the sake of pushing her. So I don't know. Let's see how it plays out. Okay, I'm glad it's not all kicked off. Derek's been asking Naomi for advice about his eyebrows, and Naomi's giving it to him. But I agree with what Naomi just said about how she's concerned that Derek's just focusing on his eyebrows, not the rest of his look. That's what I said earlier. Oh, Naomi and Derek seem to be really bonding. Also, that's what I was going to say. Derek's getting a lot of camera time this episode, which makes me think he's probably going to be sent home. Okay, we're just about to show her girl look, and fingers crossed there's something more exciting this week. Also, I'm so tired. I really want to go to sleep, but I'm still enjoying this episode. I really want to watch the rest of this episode, but if my commentary's like a bit like zombie-like, that's why this episode I'm powering through. I'm loving watching it. I'm enjoying myself. I'm also extremely tired. So yeah, apologies. Right, is it me, or have we seen this exact look from RuPaul before? I strongly feel like we have. Again, it could just be the blurry quality of this version I'm watching, but Amy Sedaris looks a lot like Amy Poehler to me. Okay, I don't know this character, so it's difficult for me to comment on this dance routine. But I don't think anyone did particularly bad. I think Kimchi was probably the weakest, but they all had like 10 seconds each, and all the characters seemed very similar to each other, so it's hard to really comment on it, to be honest. Okay, Baby Kimchi's look was clever. I mean, she explained the concept already in the workroom. I think the concept worked well. It is funny. I think the oversized shoes worked pretty well. But it's funny because I think she used it just as an excuse to not do her fierce walk, which she can't do. You know, we haven't seen it so far. Yes, I mean, it's potentially really clever, but she's going to have to do it for one other look. Oh, they'll have to wear the shoes as part of the challenge. I didn't realise. I'm not sure what I think of Naomi's. I mean, it's a bit weird, like slutty baby with a lot of makeup. I mean, what am I supposed to say, really, to be honest? Okay, so Bob wearing the same necklace as Kimchi reminded me that they just took their parts from the drag supplies in the corner or whatever. So I suppose, you know, there's not really much you can say about this because it's not like they create the outfits themselves anyway. I mean, they put a concept together, but I don't know. I mean, Bob's looks a bit similar to Kimchi's, if I'm honest. Okay, in his defence, Derek's makeup does look very different overall, and again, it's really hard. It's really frustrating because his quality of this version is not that great. I'm gonna untucked in HD, so I get a proper idea then. I don't know. Actually, I suppose it'd be a different look in untucked. Well, I guess like I said, I watched this again in HD before the review. But yeah, I don't think Derek's makeup looked too bad actually. Not as bad as it made it seem in the workroom. It looked quite jinxy, but good jinxy. I don't know. I liked it from what I could see. I like Chi-Chi's glasses and bra showing and stuff, but again, I don't know. I think her look was probably the weakest. It was sort of quite plain. But again, I find this first part of this challenge really hard to judge. It's like all just sexy babies, which I don't know how I feel about, if I'm honest with you. Interesting. So they blurred out Kimchi's mum's face. That's not a good sign about accepting Kimchi being on the show. Yeah, it's really weird. Also, so Kimchi's look, I think Kimchi's looks beautiful. The dress and everything is really nice. The only thing is, I wish she had softer makeup. I know it's sort of against her general aesthetic. But you know, Derek push about her with her makeup. I think Kimchi could have done the same. Like a really soft makeup would have looked really nice with this. I mean, she still looked good, but for me, it would have taken it a step further. Okay, initial thoughts on Naomi's dress is that it looks really plain and a bit boring, but I don't know. There's something about it. I really liked it. I mean, it's sort of giving me like cult wife realness, ghost couture. I don't know, I quite liked it. Also, I really liked how much it looked like her mum in terms of like the hair and everything, and I think the dress was similar to the first picture. I was impressed actually. Again, like a potentially plain, but something just pushed it a step further for me. I'm not sure what it is. Can't put my finger on it. That's the one finger. Um, but I liked it. I liked it a lot. Okay, Bob was definitely giving me executive realness. I liked that, but at the same time, it was a bit plain. I like the character the character sort of sold it on the runway. Um, but the outfit itself, I thought was a bit, and the makeup a bit plain. Okay, Derek's makeup's falling apart a little bit for me with this second look. Again, I like that it looks quite a lot like his mum in terms of the picture, but it's not working for me. I think we've seen Chi Chi's mum before, but she looked a lot more like Chi Chi in drag this time with that picture. It's impressive, and I think Chi Chi was potentially the strongest for me out of his second category. Again, I think a lot of it was a character though. She sort of sold on the runway. It was really good to watch. I liked her look a lot as well. Again, potentially a little bit done before, a little bit plain, but the character pushed it to the next level for me. Yeah, I liked it. I enjoyed it. Okay, so it's the final one. This is real make or break for the queens. Okay. This is difficult. I've always loved Kimchi. Since before the show. I've loved all her outfits. I do like this outfit, but I think I just expected more from her. Again, it could just be because I'm really tired though. I don't know. Maybe I'm not seeing it clearly. I might wake up in the middle of the night and be like, oh, it's the best thing I've ever seen. But right now, I'm just feeling like it's good. I like it, but I feel like I expected more from her. I'm not sure. Wow, I really like Naomi's dress. It's sort of, I mean, again, I know that we like seeing different sides of Naomi, but this challenge is supposed to really show yourself and your drag aesthetic and aesthetic or whatever generally. And wow, I love it. I think it's the best she's ever looked as typical Naomi Smalls. I really like the dress a lot. It's given me sort of like a stone granite, maybe realness. Quite sort of harsh, a bit computer gaming, a bit fantasy. Especially like the long, very light hair as well. And the glowing makeup. I really like this look a lot. Ooh. Okay, I can see that Bob's done slightly more of his makeup this week, but it still doesn't look as good as it could do for me. What I do like, again, his outfit's good. I like it. I don't love it. I like it a lot, maybe even, but I don't love it. I think maybe she should have kept the bottom part he talked about in the workroom. What I do really like, especially, is on the top. Again, it's really low quality, so it could just be a blurry screen. But I like the sort of like white balls at the tops of the bits of cardboard he's cut, the sort of accents he's added. But again, actually, Chi-Chi's right. He's done his whole dress using cardboard, not books. I wonder if that's going to be a point against him during the evaluation. Okay, well, Derek's outfit looks really Britney Spears-esque to me, so it's a bit weird because he's changed his makeup. The outfit's really Britney-y. Yeah, I mean, I know nothing about eyebrow game, but when it zoomed in on him on the runway at the end of it, he just looked shocked because of the eyebrows. Again, I'm interested to see what the judges say. They you know, at least some of them know what they're talking about. I know they look off, but I can't quite pinpoint why, as someone who doesn't draw on eyebrows. Wow, I love Chi-Chi's outfit. All the little like adornments, little pieces she's stuck everywhere. It's amazing. I think she looks really, really good. Maybe even the best outfit I've seen her in. Again, I think she's beaten Kim Chi this time, amazingly on a design challenge. Again, just personal opinion. So Kim Chi got all positive feedback, and I agree. I wish we hadn't heard her talk about the flower theme in the workroom, as I think it would have been more impressive just to have seen it on the stage. Also, I do really like the way her hair sort of connects with her headpiece, like it's hard to tell the two apart. I think that's very clever. Oh, Naomi's so sweet. It's good she thinks so much of her mum like that. Also, yeah, Naomi's... Okay, sorry, I know I went a bit mental for Chi-Chi's look, but Naomi's definitely won it for me. Naomi first, Chi-Chi second, Kim Chi third in terms of looks. What was Bring Back My Girls? That's an odd one. I really don't know who's going to win this week. I feel like based on the comments, 3 girls are neck and neck. So Kim Chi won. I'm not mad at it at all, but I'm just surprised. I sort of feel like Naomi won. No, I don't know. I think Naomi won the last one for me, but I suppose Kim Chi definitely won the mum one. And then the first one, probably Kim Chi did better as well. Nah, that's fair. So again, Bob's grown me a lot this episode. I very much respect the fact that he completely accepted his in the bottom. He said, I get it, I understand where they're coming from. I'm disappointed in myself, which I completely understand. It's weird though. You don't sort of expect Bob to be in the bottom. Everyone's sort of, guaranteed that he'd be in top three, basically, from the very first episode. But I think Derek's a pretty good lip syncer, right? Not amazing, but pretty, I don't know. But I've never seen Bob lip sync. I know Bob does really funny lip syncs, but how would he be doing a serious one? I don't know. He's not going to go though. I guess let's send Derek home for sure. You know what? Derek held his own. He sort of made it better during. Not made it better. Sorry, I'm so tired. He stepped up towards the end, but Bob was a clear winner for me for sure. Also, sorry if I speak a bit quiet. The walls are paper thin here. I don't want to disturb my neighbours. Oh, that's a sweet moment between Bob and Derek. Oh, Derek definitely grew on me. I mean, we had a lot of Derek time, especially this episode. Yeah, he grew on me. Okay, I really want to watch Untucked, but I'm so tired. I can't. I need to sleep. I'll watch in the morning and upload a reaction then, hopefully, if I get time. So last day of Mum's in Tokyo, so we'll see. Yeah, I really enjoyed this episode again. Sorry if I was a bit asleep / keeping it quiet. It doesn't mean I wasn't having time in my little life. Just means don't have any energy. It's alcohol as well. But yeah, hopefully I'm determined to get a review done this week. So I'll cover this episode and last episode, and I will, after I've had time to reflect, I will have some very interesting and insightful things to say for you all. So stay tuned. Love you, bye.